Welcome to the first St. Mary's yard update. I think we're going to walk through and look at the yard, and then I'll walk back past and talk about it. The yard is 20 feet long, and it's got a 4-foot extension off one side. The 4-foot extension's already built and decorated and scenic. It's the engine terminal. It's put away at the moment. I don't have it out. And then the 4-foot piece that goes here is part of the lumber mill in St. Mary's. It's built already, and it's mated up with the engine terminal, and it's also not out because I'm just working on the scenery on this part. When I get into doing the ballast and the actual scenery material, I will get those two pieces out and attach it so that the scenery matches. So coming in, we're standing on the west end of the yard, looking towards the east end of the yard. Coming through, we've got, this is going to be a lumber siding for the lumber mill, and this piece of track right here is going to extend off of the layout to service the mill. In the prototype, it faces the other direction. Coming through here, here is the main road that drives through across the yard. Got it mocked in with tape. Here's a station that I've picked up. It's a UP style station. I'm going to use it for now until I can find a better Milwaukee Road style station. We enter the yard through it here. This is the extension towards the locomotive terminal. And in real life, the locomotive terminal runs parallel to the modules, or to the yard. In my case, I've made it so it's at a 45-degree angle. The switches on here, for the most part, are custom built by a friend of mine, and then I installed them. They're number 6 fast tracks. This is a number 6 micro engineering, and it is soldered closed because it leads off to the mill track. Here I've got a number 10 Atlas switch. This is all wired to use the modular signal system that's out there, the MSS standard. This is a scale track. It sits right there in the location, and this building right here is actually attached to the locomotive maintenance shop. In my case, that's not possible, so I'll have a little stand-in shed. Coming through, we've got our main lines. Through the yard, down on this end, there is a retaining wall made out of boxcar slabs. And Milwaukee, that's prototypical. I've got some actual Milwaukee Road boxcars that I've got coming that I'm going to put in there, but I'm going to use these cheap ones from wherever the heck I got them. I picked them up at the hobby shop out of his junk box for free. Cut them up, and I'm using them to mock the scenery. And once I get the scenery mostly done, I'll put the actual Milwaukee Road boxcars in. And here's my bridge at the other end of the yard. This is the highway that leads into town. So this is my status so far. I'm trying to get ready to go to the regional convention in Pasco for the NMRA here in about a month, mid-May. So there's the update. We used this at the last train show here in Spokane about a month ago. It ran really, really well. We were running trains through it. I do have a 4-foot switching lead on the end of the yard. So we can switch a little bit without fouling the main. Longer cuts of cars require us to foul the main, but again, it's a 2-track main, so we do have a passing siding if needed, and we can run around. And the other end of the 2-to-1 is part of the log yard on the other that's already completed. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thanks. Have a good day.